Hello everyone, my name is Roya, and today I will be reviewing Darius the Great is Not Okay by Adib Khorram. This book comes out today and it's about a boy named Darius who is biracial. He has an American dad and a Persian mom, and he feels like he doesn't quite fit in at school or at home, and then one day his family takes a trip to Iran to visit his grandparents there, and he realizes that as much as he didn't think he fit in anywhere, he may actually fit in there. So I gave this 5 stars. It's pretty much the perfect book in so many ways. Darius narrates this book in this very funny way with plenty of Star Trek references and Lord of the Rings references, and it pretty much cracked me up the whole time. Another really great aspect of this book is the family dynamics. So Darius has a little sister who's only 7, and she speaks Farsi fluently when his mom never taught him how to speak Farsi or anything, so he only knows super basic phrases and whatnot, and whereas his little sister Lalet speaks it fluently. And he and his dad don't really get along that well because they just don't really have that much of a relationship. They don't talk to each other, but they watch Star Trek together every night before they go to bed after dinner, and that's the only real time they spend together. They don't talk about anything. To the point where Darius actually refers to his dad as Stephen Kellner instead of my dad or anything like that in his first person narration. And also it kind of cracked me up because while they're in Iran, he gets referred to as Mr. Estevan, and that kind of makes me laugh because the Persian accent really does take anything that starts with an S in English and putting an E in front of it. So I was scared instead of I was scared, that kind of thing. So that totally made me laugh that they were calling him Mr. Estevan. And Darius and his dad share the same clinical depression, and that they have to take pills for and everything. And while they're in Iran, it turns out that in Iran that's not recognized as a true mental health issue there. So people are wondering why they're taking pills for depression, and they have to clarify no, I take them because I have to. That's one of many things that I learned about Iran from this book, because there are all kinds of things that I didn't know. It also kind of made me laugh about the stuff that I did know, because I mean, I've never been to Iran, but I am half Persian, and so I did identify with a lot of the stuff that went on in it that kind of made me laugh, that oh, that's so true, those moments. And one really interesting thing about this book as well is that Darius's Iranian relatives are Zoroastrian, not Muslim, and that is a very underrepresented Iranian religion in media at all, really, to the point where, I mean, I grew up with a lot of Zoroastrian classmates in high school. I mean, my ancestors were Muslim and not Zoroastrian, but a lot of the same holidays kind of that most Iranians celebrate do come from the Zoroastrian religion. So, but a surprising number of people, I mean, that I've heard from and everything don't even know that Zoroastrianism as a religion still exists today, because it's thought of as such a thing that of the past once the Muslims kind of came in and everyone was Muslim. So I did think it was really great to see that the main character's family was of a minority religion, and then the other main character as well is of a even more minority religion. So the character of Sohrab, who Darius becomes friends with, is Baha'i, and that is a religion I knew nothing about before at all, so it is definitely very awesome to see that both main characters in this book came from religions other than Islam. And so another really great thing about this book as well is that a lot of you guys might be hearing that you may have seen this book on a lot of queer books lists and whatnot, and the thing is that it does belong on those lists, despite not having any true queer relationship happen or coming out story or anything like that, because basically it's super obvious to the reader that Darius has feelings for Sohrab that go beyond just being best friends, but nothing ever happens. You know, they never get together, nothing like that. Darius doesn't have any sort of discovery that he likes boys, nothing like that. But at the same time, it is there, clearly, as clear as day. When you're reading this book, you know just how it's written. You know that Darius has feelings for Sohrab, and that it's, even though it's their best friends, it goes beyond that. So I did think that was really beautiful to see, and that is why it is on all of those queer books lists and upcoming queer books lists and whatnot, because it does have queer representation in it, even though it's not explicitly like, this character is queer, how will he tell people? So anyway, please go and check out this book. It is definitely one of my absolute favorite books of the whole year. It is the perfect book. It is so, so good. And I highly recommend it. So let me know if you have read it or if you have thoughts on it, etc., etc. And I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!